Take a look. See that? So it's an interesting story behind this house. The old guy that lived in here, he was actually an ally of mine. I had many fights with the neighborhood association. I bought 8 houses here. This is the 8th one. And this guy was always solid on my side. He was a very nice man. And he's passed, and now his wife has passed, and now it belongs to his kids, and now I just bought this from his kids. And you can see it's a cluttered up because of people moving and stuff. And, you can see lots of stuff. Look in here. So, it looks, I know, it's pretty rough. Everything's got to be cleaned. Everything's got to be cleaned out. I can deal with dirt, but I don't really want to touch anybody's personal belongings in here. And come on down here. This is the master. I think it's the master. Yeah. There's the master. And, oh, that's my buddy. Look at that. This guy, super good guy, really good guy. And anyhow, got a master right here. All right. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, John, good man. Okay, so let's go back here. We got the kitchen, all this stuff here. This is 70s style. You walk in and they call it the den. And then you have in here, you have the living room. I always knock these out and make it one. In here, this kitchen, way too clustered and tight. This will remove out. This is going to open all up. I'm going to reconfigure this a bit. And in here, long time old garage conversion. So they converted this into, basically a living room. One of the reasons this property is so valuable is because it's big enough you can put 2 houses on it, right? It meets the land requirement, 1 house per 10,000 square feet. And this is about a 24,000 square foot lot, a little over half acre. And you can see the washer dryer used to be here. A long time ago, this would have been the washer dryer. And now here's the washer dryer. We're coming back here. We got another bedroom that's getting packed up. You can see back here. And then we got a bathroom, full bath back here. And, this is the guy I'm buying it from, he's 60 something years old, and he was raised here with his brothers, and, this was their home. Folks got old, and, that's just kind of what happens. People get told to take care of themselves, and my mother died just a week ago, and I had to take care of her for the last 5.5 years. So that's life. That's life. That's how it goes. And some people are more privileged than others, and that's how it rolls. But this is a gorgeously big lot. And actually, I see an opportunity here. There's an opportunity here that is not completely obvious to everyone. And it could be, this lot may actually be, this property may be worth closer to $800,000-900,000. And I'm paying $550,000. But let's come on back, take a look. Like I say, we got, nice wide lot, nice big footprint. The original plans that they did for this neighborhood, they actually called out for this to be a cul-de-sac. And I even think there's an argument to cut this off and regain more property in the front. I don't think I'm going to worry about it, to be honest. But yeah, you can see, look at how much room there is on this side of the house. And there's as much room on the other side as well. So there's an opportunity to actually add a garage. If you wanted to add another garage in the back here or just attach it to the side of the house, you could have another garage here. But the owner, he wanted to close right away, but you could see all the crap in the house. He's got a brother living with him, and he's making arrangements to get rid of this truck. And he's got another brother that has stuff here, but the brother's not in town. And it costs money to get rid of all this shit, And so I told him, get rid of all this stuff. I don't want to have to get rid of it for you. I don't want to throw it away. I mean, depending on how good a deal things are, sometimes I'll take care of that stuff, but I'd rather him get everything out of here. It means closing a little bit later, which is okay. And just so you know, I'm somebody, I close as fast as I possibly can. You can give me 90 days. If I can close it on the third day, I'm going to close it on the third day. Time kills deals. And, people that try to use every bit of time up and not close, just close at the last minute, beware. I've come out ahead, way ahead on. I've taken properties away from people that have made that mistake. But in general, a lot of times pushing things back, and I can relate to it from the beginning, is sometimes you just don't have the money. You don't have the money to close. You're raising the money. You're trying to sell something, or you're trying to get somebody to go in with you, or whatever you got to do. In general, if you got a deal, just slam it shut. Don't squander your opportunity by trying to save pennies. Try to save the interest of a couple of months. Don't do it. It's not worth it. And you won't know that until you blow it and you lose a deal because of your greed. But so you can see here, same thing. But yeah, these are gorgeous properties. You can see this little place here, this like little mansion next door. I owned that property at one time. I bought that property. I made about, I don't know, 350, 400,000 on that one. I bought it for 120, sold it for 430. I guess I made 300,000. But I've made millions of dollars in this neighborhood, and that's just between, well, this will be 8 houses today. But and I got another neighborhood not too far away. I bought 15 out of 300. I bought, so basically I bought 5% of that subdivision, and I bought 20% of this subdivision. But anyways, that's it. Listen, you want to get some skills in real estate, learn from a pro, someone who's been doing it for 4 decades, right? 4.5 decades. Go to FlipAnythingUSA.com, get my best-selling book, Wake Up and Smell the Real Estate, and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the comments. Helps the channel a lot when you take time to subscribe. I appreciate it when you make a comment, tell me you like what you see or you don't. I'd love to argue, so whatever. Let's go. Thanks.